Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I got a little bit of a different one for you. It's a military tradition to give going away gifts on your way out the door. So when somebody leaves a unit, sometimes you have something very simple like a small plaque or something personalized. I've seen a unit that did a photo consistently, and everybody signed around the edges, and it was the same photo over and over again. I've got one of those. Somebody's also made some very personalized things that were inexpensive, and somebody's made, I saw an oak 6 foot tall armoire with a glass front, but the front was also made to be a giant Master Sergeant chevron. It could be placed and actually slid into the wall like a built-in. It was an amazing thing in the full uniform, and that was for retirement. So sometimes the retirement gifts a little more. Those Marines went way out of their way to spend some money on that. But we've got a whole lot of Marines, like 6 or 8 Marines, maybe more than that, 10 Marines leaving. And we talked about making an axe, or a hammer, like a Thor's hammer out of wood, because we recently, our unit won one for an event. One of the sections already went out and ordered 2 of these hammers. Well, those hammers cost $150. And when you take $150 and you go 10, 12 people who are leaving this summer, it's going to get a little bit expensive. And I don't want to spend that kind of money on all these gifts. So when they could be absolutely made cheaper. So I'll show you what I bought, and I'll show you what I'm going to do today. I'm going to create a hammer of my own. So what I did first was I went out and bought this laser engraver. So this is a Two Trees laser engraver, T-W-O-T-R-E-S, Two Trees. And pretty simple laser engraver, works great. I got it on sale. I was looking at these. I thought they'd be cool to get for certain things. This one, typically $200. It dropped to $160, I think, and I bought it. This was actually the first project I did. Pretty cool. There's a lot of videos on this laser engraver out there. Shows some really good stuff. So recommend deep diving. But I'll show you some of what I'm going to do with this one today. But what I've already done is started my project. So the hammer that we got, and I think the hammer they're going to order, is a much larger block of wood and a bigger hammer. But still not necessarily that expensive for the materials themselves. But what I already have laying around the house is a cedar 4x4. And you can pick up another cedar 4x4 for, 20 or 40 bucks. And if you make a scaled down version, so this is a 6-inch block, and this is a 10-inch dowel rod. So that's going to be, I think, the perfect size for this gift. I think it'd be perfect. So I went and bought this dowel rod, which is pretty cheap dowel rod. And again, I cut it to this 10-inch length. And I also went and bought this, went to Walmart, $50, Hyper Tough handheld router. It's actually pretty awesome. Everything you need comes in the kit. I'll overlay the video of me cutting this this block, but as I started, this set screw actually flew out, and the bearing fell off. So luckily I found the bearing down here. I didn't find the set screw, but there's another bearing bit in there. So I just replaced the set screw, tightened it down nicely with the Allen wrench, and now it's good to go. But this is pretty awesome. Again, you might have already seen the overlaid imagery of what I've done. I haven't sanded this. I think I could sand the edges and make it smoother, but for now, to do the carving, I think it's good. And then there's a video that I watched. I got some paracord. The one gift that we've got in the office, it's red and gold paracord with inlaid letters. Hey, I'm all about simple. This is just going to be a simple wrap with the, there's actually a winding that goes down and then coils around the handle. So we're going to do that. I've seen there's videos out there showing you how to do it. first thing I need to do, and what we do with this is if the handle is here, then the whatever you put on here, the graphics or the wording, you're going to want to read so that the hammer is sitting on the desk handle up, and you'll be able to read what it says. So we're going to do that. I've got some unit logos, unit insignia. I think what I'm going to start with is this equal open anchor, and I'm going to start with that on the top. Now I'll set this up real quick. I'll get the program started. I'll show you the program, and maybe we'll do a quick walkthrough of the program just to be simple with this, and then we'll let this go. So I think we are going to need to, as you can see here, raise the level of this up, and I'm just going to use some blocks that I have. I think it should be pretty simple, and then we're going to let this go. So let me get the computer on, show you the program, get set up here real quick, and then we will start with the eagle open anchor. So this program comes with, or this laser engraver comes with the laser GRBL loaded onto a very, very Chinese thumb drive. You can also go online and download the laser GRBL. And then when you get with this, it'll upgrade to this version, which is another version. So you've got the laser engraving version here. So it's pretty simple. Hopefully the camera picks up on what we're doing, but I'll walk you through it. First thing here on the side of the unit is an on and off switch. First thing I'll do is turn it on. So that's pretty easy. Now that it's on, up here on the top of this window, there's a COM 3 set it. This was actually easy to set up. There's two files that this comes with. You do need to find the driver. Make sure you install the driver. This is a Microsoft Surface. First I forgot to install the driver and I couldn't get it to connect. Then I found the driver, installed the driver, and it immediately connected. So it works pretty good. So it'll auto-populate and it'll give you the baud rate. Just leave it alone. And there's a little lightning bolt right next to those, and you just click on the lightning bolt. So now when you click on the lightning bolt, now we're connected. So that's pretty easy. Next, file and open file. So I'm going to do, I'm going to start on the top, and we're going to do this EGA on the top. And then I think we're going to do the 2MEF logo on the side, probably 2MEF and the Comstrat logo on the side. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the EGA. Now it's pulled up into the frame here, and I can start with some of the settings. So I like the line-to-line tracing. This is black and white, so you can go ahead and click black and white because it's black and white. It's pretty simple. There are some other things like vectorize and center line. Don't have to worry about any of that in this one. Then it's going to be horizontal, and the quality. So now the quality is how many lines per minute. I think I did this one in 10 or 15. Right now I've got it set to 20 lines a minute, which is going to be deeper, or 20 lines per millimeter. And I think the default was 15. So I'm going to go back to 15. And some of the things that does is actually more lines, so you get better definition. But on a lighter wood like this cedar, it could burn more, depending on your other settings as well. So I'm going to go with 15, and then I'm just going to go ahead and click next. And now we get into the size and the scale. So the engraving speed, I've got 2,000 millimeters per minute, which is pretty fast. The default is 1,000, and with this lighter wood, I think I'm going to stick to 2,000. The laser options, constant power, that sounds good. S-min is 0, I'm going to leave that alone. And then S-max right now is at 1,000. I probably could turn it down 1,000. Will burn pretty deep. For this first one, maybe I'll try don't know if I want to try 800, so it's a little bit lighter. I'm going to try 800 and see how that goes. Now I have tried this on pine, a piece of pine wood, and it did burn in pretty good, but let's try 800 with this cedar. And then we're going to go with the size. So it's a 63.9 by, which is the width, and the height is 67.9. So those are millimeters. I'm sorry, centimeters. So I want to measure the centimeters and make sure the height of this is accurate. So this is, well, no, millimeters, I'm sorry. So this piece is about 7.5 centimeters. So it's 75 millimeters? Sure, let's go with that. So 75 millimeters. So this is going to make a 7 millimeter piece, which is about what I want. I don't want it to be too large. And so 67.9 is the height and 63.9 is the width. So it's going to make a nice E-globe acre right here. So we're going to go with that. So that's pretty easy. I'm just going to click create. And it's going to put that here in our workspace. And this is a manual height adjustment. I don't know if I'm going to get enough height out of this, but we'll try for this piece. And actually, we're not going to get enough height out of this. I know that for a fact. Oh, that's it. It's all the height we got. So we need a few inches. My blocks to raise it might be crude. They do make a kit to bring this up, but you know what? It's going to work just fine. So on the home screen down on the bottom below the image, there is a center button. So I centered this already. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna crisscross here so I can find our center. It's important to wear your glasses. There's a button here that says focus. So I got it on focus. Now I've centered that dot on the X. So we're good to go. I'm ensure that it's square to the front beam. And then the next step is to take this little piece here, and the face, the flat face, the highest flat face of the laser just rests on this. So it's obviously too high. Loosen it up. There we go. So now she's set. And the next step is actually quite simple. Here on the screen, it's actually pretty simple now. I did the focus. Well, there is there's center, there is corner. It likes to start at the corner. You can also frame it. Hopefully we can get you down in here and see how well it's doing. So we're almost done with the anchor, so it's going to go pretty quick. All right, this one finished. And that actually looks awesome. I don't know if I can up the heat, make it a little deeper, but even that right on the edge, it looks great. So that looks nice. Does need, I think, some sealing. I do think I need to do these edges. So that's going to be the top. So here's the bottom. I'm going to make an X in the bottom, and I'm going to Forstner bit. This is it. I've had these Forstner bits for probably 20 years now, getting close. Should check the price. These are 25 bucks at Big Lots 20 years ago. Wonder how much they cost now. But while I was burning, I wrapped the handle. So I left about an inch. So I'm going to Forstner an inch, and then I'm going to see how this fits, and then I'll cut the other piece, the other two logos on the side, and then I'll leave the other side for either a plate. I don't know if I have them here. So I did order some small plates, some small metal plates, but I have some larger ones coming. But I think we'll just burn it right into the wood. It'll probably be easier and cheaper. But yeah, let me cut this and then see how she fits. yeah, a little bit of glue and this is going to be awesome. Outstanding. I think I need glue. It's in there. Let me move on to the other two and then we'll show basically the complete product and take it to the office tomorrow and see if it's ready for obviously some sealing, but see if it's ready to go. This is our next file. It's an adaptation of the 2MEF logo, Second Marine Expeditionary Force, as you can see there. The actual logo are pictures of stars and the officer, you know, gold and silver EGA, but it actually turns out kind of with this dark, but it's just not great. So this just looks better and carves better, and as you can see here, it's starting to come out pretty decent. So we'll let this run, and then on this side it'll be ComStrat, Communication Strategy and Operations, and then we will see how this looks. I'm going to take it to work as is. I just don't have time tonight. I'm literally in my pajamas to sand. I'll sand the edges to smooth it out, and then we'll put some polyurethane on there. And then if the Marines want these as the going away, obviously we can personalize the other side. I think we got some great things we can do. This will, as you can see here, the lettering is awesome. So it's going to turn out great. We'll have awesome lettering on the other side, and we'll get exactly what we want for an affordable price. So I think these, they're not going to cost me very much. I might have to order a little more paracord, but it's not going to be that expensive, and I think they're going to turn out great. So yeah, I'll get to these, and we'll show you the finished product. All right, guys, here it is. It's not clear coated yet. I think it'll come out a lot darker when it's clear coated. Just wiped it down. It's actually just a paper towel and water. But here's this side here. Needs to be cleaned a little bit. I did hit it with the sander actually, so the edges are nice and crisp. Here is that paracord wrap I told you about. So yeah, when it's sitting on a desk, it's gonna look like that. I would have clear coated it, but this is going to be somebody's personalized side here. And then when you look at this end, it's got the Eagle Globe and Anchor. So we can also do that here, but it's gonna be different when you do it on the end grain. But yeah, this is it. This is the final product, and it looks cool. Well, almost final. But yeah, once we get some clear coat on this, you also have a lanyard. This could be probably smaller, but yeah, we'll clear this whole thing, probably clear the end, and that's it. So yeah, guys, that's my my paracord Thor's hammer. We're going to use as going away gifts. They're going to cost very little for each person, each Marine to throw in, instead of $50, $60 a person. You know, if they want to drop me $10 per one of these, I'll do them all for free is what I'm saying. But I do need more paracord, and I do need more dowel. Other than that, I think I have everything else. I've got a couple more pieces of 4x4, enough to get 5 or 6, or you know, 1, 2, 3, so like 4, like 12. So I can have 12 total of these with what I already have minus $10 of dowel and 20 more bucks of paracord. So hey, hopefully you like what I did here. Like and subscribe, and tell me how I could have made this better. That'll help me out so that I can give the best gift to these Marines that they deserve on their way out the door. Thanks, guys. We'll see you on the next one.